Buenos dias, amigos. Hey, friends. You're not used to seeing me on Friday, are you? Well, Monday was a bullet day, so my Monday, Wednesday friends didn't get to come to school, so today is their day for school, so it's my day to read a story. So if you don't have school today, then this is just a special treat for you. This is one of my favorite books about one of my favorite characters by one of my favorite authors. This is Pete the Cat and the New Guy. There are two authors to this book. Kimberly and James Dean worked together to write the book. Teamwork makes the dream work, that's what I always say. So if Kimberly and James Dean work together to write the book, then that means the author writes the books. The author writes the books. Hi-ho, librario, the author writes the books. Let's read about Pete the Cat and the New Guy. There's Pete and all of his friends on their groovy, colorful bus. It was Sunday, and Pete's friends had come to play. They were rocking to a new song when, beep, 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 there was a noise coming from across the street. So they're just out in the backyard, having a little jam session, and they heard a beep, beep, beep sound. The wise old owl had a view from up high in his tree. Pete said, "Hey, owl, what do you see?" And Owl said, "All I see are green shoes and a red hat." Pete answered, "That sounds like my kind of cat." So you see a red hat and some green shoes, but we can't see his face or his body because he's carrying a big box. Pete could not imagine who this new guy could be. I really hope it's a new friend for me. On Monday, Pete wanted to say hi, but he was feeling kind of shy. So he just rode by and by and by until finally Pete got to meet the new guy. So here he is on his skateboard, just driving past his house. Well, not driving, I guess he's riding the skateboard. Sorry about that, I said the wrong word. Riding past his house, but he's just a little bit too shy to say hello. But then the new guy came outside, and Pete fell off of his skateboard. Look at him. He fell off of his skateboard and he said, "Wow, I've never met anyone quite like you. You seem like a duck and a beaver too." The new guy said to Pete, "Hi, I'm Gus. Glad to meet you. I'm a platypus." Have you ever heard of a platypus? That's what this kind of animal is. Pete said, "You're not like me, and I'm not like you, but I think being different is really very cool." I think it's cool to be different too. I think it would be so boring if everybody was all the same. If we all looked the same and had the same clothes, that would be so boring. I'm glad that we're all different. On Tuesday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. They came to Squirrel, who was playing in a tree. "Hi, Gus," said Squirrel. "Climbing is easy. Try it and see." So Pete is taking Gus to meet all of his friends, and the first one they met is Squirrel. And Squirrel said, "Hey, climb up the tree with me." Gus gave the tree a try, but the branch was just way too high. "I wish I could climb like you, but climbing is something I just can't do." So he tried, but he couldn't make it. But at least he tried, right? He didn't say, "Oh, I can't do that." He thought, let's see if I can do that. And he tried. He couldn't do it, but that's okay. Pete said, "Don't be sad, don't be blue. There is something everyone can do." So Gus was a little bit sad that he couldn't climb the tree like his friends, but Pete said, "Hey man, it's all good. Don't worry." What does Pete always say? Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. On Wednesday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street, and they came to Pete's friend Grumpy Toad, who said, "Hey, come play leapfrog with me. Jumping is easy. Try and see." There they are meeting Grumpy Toad. Gus jumped and leaped, but he couldn't get over Toad or Pete. "I wish I could jump like you, but jumping is something I just can't do." So he tried. He can jump up and down, but he can't jump over like Pete and Toad can. That's just something a platypus can't do. And again, he looked so sad. But Pete said, "Don't be sad, don't be blue. There is something everyone can do." Friends, have you ever been playing with your friends or hanging out with your friends, or maybe you're at school doing some work and your friends can do something but you can't? Don't be sad. Don't be blue. There is something everyone can do. So on Thursday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street, and soon they saw Octopus, who said, "Hey, Pete. Hey, Gus. Come juggle with me. Juggling is easy. Try it and see." I wish I could juggle just like you, but that's something that I just can't do. So juggling is when you throw a bunch of balls in the air, or cups or something like that, and you toss them all around and you catch them in your hands and you keep throwing them and none of them hit the ground. Guess what, friends? That is really hard. Gus couldn't do it. The octopus could, but he has 8 arms. It will be easy to catch a bunch of stuff if you have 8 arms, right? Pete said, "Don't be sad, don't be blue. There is something everyone can do." On Friday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. Gus was really upset. He said, "I can't juggle or climb. I can't jump. It's no fun around here for me." So he's just so sad because he can't do any of the things that his friends can do. On Saturday, Pete hoped Gus would come out to play. I wish Gus wasn't sad. I wish Gus wasn't blue. I wish there was something that we could do. So now the friends are upset. They don't like it that their new friend Gus is sad. So they're trying to think, what is something we can do that Gus can do too? Just then, Pete and his friends heard a groovy sound, and it was coming from across the street. Gus was in his house and he was rocking to his own beat. So you see those marks right there? That means there's loud noise coming from the house. Gus was in there making some music. We know that Pete and his friends like to make music, right? Pete said, "Hey, check out Gus the platypus. He found something cool that he can do with us." Check that out. Gus can play the drums. Now they can all make music together. So maybe you can't do the same things that your friends can do, or maybe they can't do the same things that you can do. Just use your thinking brain and figure out something that you can do together. He's not sad, he's not blue. Gus found something everyone can do. So now they're all rocking out in the groovy bus together. And everybody is happy. So just remember, friends, just because something is hard for you, or maybe you can't do it, find something else to do. And don't get upset. Sometimes I go running with my friends, and they are all really super fast. And I am not super fast. And I used to get sad about it, but then I thought, I'm not fast, but I can still run. It doesn't matter if I'm as fast as my friends, as long as I'm happy running, which I always am. That's what matters. So if you can't do something your friends can do, don't worry about it. Don't be sad. Don't be blue. Find something else that you can do. Friends, I love you. Te amo. I miss you. Te extraño. I wish you well. Te deseo éxito. I can't wait to see you again. Have a great weekend. Bye.